Let's talk about assignment number 2. This assignment is worth 10%, and it's basically a chance for you to talk to me about your goals, talk to me about the progress you've made, challenges, difficulties, maybe some adjustments. And at the end, you have an opportunity for you to rewrite 2 new SMART goals, or maybe you're modifying some of your SMART goals. So you have a chance to apply your knowledge in terms of creating a SMART goal one more time, hopefully taking into account some of the feedback I gave you for the first assignment, so that you can leave this class confident and with the proper knowledge of creating 2 new goals, SMART goals for yourself. So the first part here is the reflections. These are your weekly reflections that should be completed after each class that we work on our SMART goals. So you have the first 3 classes here talking to me about your drills, your progress, challenges, maybe some adjustments you've made, maybe things that went well, right? So this is kind of a detailed reflection of the time you have in class working on your SMART goals. Okay, don't just write point form here. Actually, include as much detail as you can, or you feel that there needs to be in here. This box over here is specifically talking to me about your attitudinal goal. So this is when after the first 3 classes that we worked on the goals, talk to me about your attitude, right? So a lot of you had communication as a goal, sportsmanship, leadership, right? So how's that been going? And you can kind of explain that over here. That's where you put that reflection. You're going to have another chance as well after 3 additional classes. So after class 9, once more, talk to me about your attitudinal goal, okay? Over here, yeah, so obviously now after all this time that we've had in class, and now you're coming closer to those 2 final classes where you'll be assessed on your improvement, I would like you here to reflect on some of the tactics that you feel you can start applying into your game, right? So think of technical goals as bumps, volleys, things you do with the ball, right? Serving, and so forth. Think of tactics now as an area where a little bit more complex, right? You may be working on positioning, things that you do maybe without the ball, okay? So this, you can talk to me about your formation. You can talk to me about coverage, right? So where should I be placing myself if the ball is tipped, or if the ball is going over the block and I'm not involved in the block, where should I be positioned to best receive that ball, right? You can talk to me about digs, right? So the defensive principles here, this is part of a tactic, right? So how are you setting yourself up defensively? So you can kind of bring success to your team. Okay, so think of tactics as things you do like without the ball, or some more complex drills, right? So if you're a setter, another good one is maybe instead of just doing a normal set to your hitter, well, think about maybe a back set, right? Something that we talked about in the last class as well. So that's more tactical, right? So I want you to create one tactical goal here, obviously talking to me about specific, measurable, your actions, realistic, and time, okay? Remember, when you're talking to me about your actions, these are not drills. These are actual, the breakdown of that tactic that you're talking about, right? So you're positioning, the actual execution of whatever you're working on. And measurable, obviously, you have to have some sort of measurement, so a number, a percentage, and so forth. Also, you're comparing, okay? So a lot of you lost some marks in the first assignment because you didn't compare what your current actions are, what your current measurable status is. So make sure you always compare to what you're currently at right now, okay, for these two parts here, measurable and action oriented, okay? So that should be good. Then over here, after this is kind of like your weekly reflections plus this little extra addition where I want you to create kind of this short-term tactical. For the time, obviously keep it within the next 2 weeks, okay? So hold on, here we go. I want you to create a 2-week plan, right? So it's just for that final class, what is something that you can feel you can bring to your game that's going to improve your game, okay? So your time is pretty specific. It should be the date of our last class, okay? So you can take a look on the calendar to see exactly what date that is, but that's when the time should be, okay? All right, we get to this part over here. So you're kind of just restating quickly what your technical goal is, right? So maybe with serving, bumping, volleying, whatever it may be. And I want you to actually restate it, right? The specific with the measurable, okay? So kind of just, this is just for me here and for yourself to restate what that goal was. So I will improve the accuracy of my overhand serve. Currently, I am able to do 2 out of 5 serves successfully. I will be able to get 4 to 5, right? So that's what I mean by including with the measurements. So you're just restating that goal over here, okay? The technical goal you write over here is just very brief. You say serving, bumping, volley. It's just kind of the overview, and then this is restating your goal objective is where you kind of explain it in detail. Okay? You don't have to include your actions or any of that. I just want specific and measurable. Okay. Then over here, you tell me, okay, what's your success rate? Did you achieve your goal or not? So if you feel like you achieved it 100%, great, then you highlight or circle the 100%. If you feel like you're still almost there, maybe you're at 75%, or if you want to kind of add your own number, 80% or so forth, you can just kind of tell me what's your success rate so far in terms of achieving that goal. Then you make your explanation, right? So this is your progress right here. So this is your this is your progress report, right? So summarize how the last couple of weeks went. Discuss your 3 actions, right? Where are you in terms of those actions? Anything that's worked well or that you feel like you've achieved, right? Some of you might have achieved maybe 1 or 2 of your actions and you're still working on that 3rd and final action, right? So this is where you can tell me about that over here. Obviously, justify your success rate. So if you're telling me that you're at 100%, well, explain to me why. Or if you're at 50%, explain to me what still needs some work. Okay, so you're justifying your choice in terms of your success rate. Include challenges, adjustments you've made along the way, right? And did you achieve the benefits you hoped for? Okay, so this is kind of your big reflection of that first goal. It's the same thing for your second technical goal. So the same criteria, same thing that you're talking to me about, just about your second goal. So that should be straightforward. Then at the end, okay, the last thing I would like you to do is you're creating yourself a new technical goal, and then you're creating yourself a new attitudinal goal. Now here is where you can also modify. So if let's say you're at 50%, okay, and you're almost there, you're working towards it, well then maybe just modify that technical goal, right? Pick the same goal, but now what's going to change? Your actions might change, right? Because you might need some new actions to just reach that final 20 or 30% that you need to achieve your goal. Your measurement should change, right? You should be at a better measurement now. This is later on in the term, right? And maybe you're at 70% efficiency and you want to get to 85%, right? Instead of back when we did our first assignment, we were back all the way maybe at 30 or 40% efficiency, right? So your measurement should be changed. The time, obviously, so create a new date for yourself. So it could be maybe within the next 2 weeks or so. It could be even longer. Some of you might be playing some club volleyball or volleyball over the summer. So you might have a later date in mind for when you would like to achieve that goal. And then obviously justify what's your rationale behind this goal, right? So this is what I mean by you can choose to modify a goal you've already have, or if you feel like you've achieved them and you'd like to create a new technical goal, then this is a good opportunity for you to showcase that over here. Okay. For the drill, I just want you to explain one drill that you could use to improve that skill. Okay, and something that we did not do in class. So you don't need a diagram, so don't worry about the diagram for this one. Okay, it's a little bit simplified. But try to think of a good drill that you can use to achieve that goal. It's something that we haven't really touched in class. There's a lot of videos out there, a lot of good resources on YouTube and stuff that you can kind of find some fun drills that you can use to work on this goal. Okay. Then your attitudinal goal is the same thing, so be specific. Either you kind of keep working on the one that you chose and you can kind of modify it, or maybe you want a new attitudinal goal moving forward. Measurable. Remember, it has to be a number or percentage. Okay, so make sure that's included there. Action, there's only one action that you need, not like the other ones where you need 3. Your time is when would you like to achieve this by, and obviously your explanation. Okay. Your time, also be specific. Don't just say end of semester or in 2 months. Okay, some of you lost some marks on that as well. So be as specific as you can with an actual date. It's really going to help you out there. And then that's it. And then you have your rubric. Okay, so you have your rubric at the end. Note that you're tracking progress, right? So that's really important with your reflections. Okay, so how well has that been going? So are you writing in detail, right? Your tactical goals include. This is it's not what I wanted to do. Sorry. Anyways, your tactical goals included as well in there, right? Those weekly reflections, your progress, your difficulties, your adjustments, and so forth. Okay, so that's all important and things that need to be done. Really important that so in a nutshell, right? What do you have to do here? You have your weekly reflections. You have your addition of that really short-term 2-week tactical goal I would like you to create for yourself. You have your overall big reflection on each goal with your success rate, and then you kind of have a chance to restate or modify or tell me some new goals for one for technical and one for attitudinal at the end here. Okay. Good opportunity to look at the notes I've left for you in assignment number 1, so you can see the changes that you can do for this assignment. Right? Don't do the same mistakes for your goals. You should have an idea of what needs to be changed and fixed. So you can kind of apply that over here and show me that you've completely understood how to create a good SMART goal for yourself. Remember to fill out your initial assessments. Okay, so this is stuff we've done over the last class, but over here, what is your end of term result for your forearm bumps? And then obviously just quickly explain to me over here, right? Even tells you, please complete this part for a second assignment. So this is important that you include this as well, right? Just a little checklist with a little written statement over here. Everything that says end of term, you should have completed as well. Okay. And then when you get to the physical, tactile, and attitudinal evaluations, you don't have to write anything anymore since that should have been done for assignment 1, but you still have your checklists that you can complete. Okay, so this is a quick checklist to reassess where you're at right now. Okay, end of term. So don't forget that. That's important. It's part of the process. And then yeah, that should be good. Please come see me if you have questions, right? Run your ideas by me, run your goals by me. That's how you can ensure that you do well in this assignment, right? Students that come and see me tend to do better just because I give them some tips and feedback, and then they can kind of run it by me once before handing it in and make the required adjustments. Okay, so feel free to come see me during office hours or during AP, or just let me know. You can schedule an appointment with me, no problem. All right, best of luck, and I'll see you in class.